Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ariella. I'm a second-year medical student. I make videos about my life as a second-year medical student, and it's actually been quite a while since I last vlogged because I've had some videos pre-filmed for the transition from New Hampshire to Philadelphia. So I am back in Philly, struggling through my neurology course, and I thought I would take you guys with me today because today I am getting the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. So I have a pretty busy day today. It's about 7 o'clock right now. We're gonna head over to the gym and get a little workout in before I start doing work for the day. Alright guys, so as you can see, things are a little bit different in here than we last left them. I think last time you guys saw, I had my desk back behind where you're at right now. And I decided that because I'm gonna have to be here for 5 months studying for boards basically only in this area because we don't really know if any library services or study rooms are open, I need to really make this like the perfect study space for me. So I've made a couple adjustments. I moved my desk back over towards the window because I like to open that up and have a lot of natural light in here. While I'm studying, it's just nice to like get a little bit of light and see the outdoors because my apartment is facing like kind of like a back corner, so it's really dark. Which brings me to my next thing. I upgraded the lighting system just a tiny bit, so I have a lamp at my desk, I have a lamp in the back corner, I have a smaller lamp next to the fish tank now, and then the overhead lighting. I'm thinking about getting one more light for in here next to what you'll see is behind you right now, but for now, this is what we're working with. Okay, so additionally, I changed up the living room setup. Before, the couch was facing this wall because that's where the TV was, so I have shifted everything over and actually kind of created a little bit more of like a feng shui living space. I don't know, I'm like actually really excited about how this works out because it just feels a lot more like a living room. There's a nice hallway now between the door and the kitchen, so I just like the way this worked out a lot better. So I have the couch kind of creating like a walled off section of the living room with a little shoe rack behind it because it's pretty unobtrusive, it doesn't really get in the way. I have my nesting tables as per usual on a nice rug, and then I ended up putting my TV right in front of the fireplace, and that's because honestly I was never going to use the fireplace, and it actually kind of frames the TV and the TV stand really nicely, so it ended up just working out really well. I also got some LED strips, so I keep a purple LED on the back of the TV and my monitor because it provides a little bit of nice ambient light, and it also really works well with the orange motif. I feel like it's kind of like witchy, which I like. Moving on, we have the orange chair now in the corner underneath the lamp, so it creates a little bit of like a reading nook. And I have moved my fish tank and bookshelf kind of thing into the living room area as well, and the fish tank also provides a little bit of light. Finally, right next to the fish tank, I just have a small bench. That's nice to be able to put recycling next to the door whenever I need it, but also because we have to practice our primary care skills and OMM skills, it's gonna be nice to have like that little mini bench there. It's much easier to practice on that than it is to practice on like a couch. Alright, so lastly, I spent most of yesterday after my quiz building this bad boy. So if you guys remember, I had that little tiny little dining set that was kind of like metal and honestly just really horrible quality, even though it was kind of expensive. I'm gonna give that to my mom because I decided that I've had a couple times where friends needed to come over and I had no place for them to sit and study. So I got this table from IKEA. This actually folds out, so if I ever need to fit this table into a smaller space, I can make it so that this part tucks under. I just have some stuff on there right now because I don't really know where to put all my painting stuff. And I have some gym bands because I started going to the gym again, finally. I have some gym bands airing out because they've been in the packaging for a long time and they smell really weird. So yeah, that's basically just the general overview of how things have changed here. I'm really excited about them. It feels really cozy, really like a nice living space. So let's make some coffee and we need to get to work because I have a lot of stuff to do today. Oh, my legs. So first on the list today is actually a worksheet that is due at noon today. I would have completely forgotten about it had my friend not texted me last night asking why there was so much math on it. So apparently it looks like it's pretty involved, but these worksheets tend to be pretty chill. So let's get that done and get that out of the way before we start anything else, because I want to make sure that I get the credit for it and I don't just totally forget to do it. By the way, I made a couple upgrades to just things in general in my apartment. One of those was my Magic Keyboard. My Magic Keyboard was pretty old. It was probably like 2013 or earlier, and so it just totally stopped working. So I still have it, but I also like to have the keyboard with the number pad on it, so I upgraded to the new Magic Keyboard with the number pad, and this thing is really nice. I also got these cute little espresso cups because mine are not double walled, so they have no insulation. And by the time that I finished my espresso, it was cold because I like to sip it slowly. So I got this guy. All right, awesome. So that actually wasn't too bad because I had been getting some UWorld questions on statistics and the whole worksheet was on statistics. So because I didn't know how to do them on UWorld, I kind of had a good idea about how to do them on this worksheet. So we are gonna move on. I have a lot of Anki cards to do. So I'm actually gonna post a message in my study Discord. If you guys didn't know, I have a study Discord. I talked about it in my last study stream when we created it, and also on my community tab. If you want to join the study Discord, either DM me on Instagram or you can email me or just comment in this video below a way for me to contact you, and then I can send you an invite link. I don't want to just post the invite link out there for anyone to come in and like troll. So if you want it, just talk to me in some way and I'll give it to you. And yeah, I'm gonna work on Anki cards, say hello to everyone, and just keep on going. Okay, so I just put on a little bit of makeup, did my eyebrows because I haven't done those in a long time. I haven't even done my makeup for a long time either because I don't go anywhere. I put on 3 layers of moisturizer and my skin is still like dry, but that's also eczema in the winter for you, so it could be worse, honestly. Like, at least it's not rashy, it's just really dry. As you can tell, the 2 cups of caffeine are kind of hitting me in like a bad way. Like, I feel like I have energy, but I like can't focus because everything is interesting and distracting. I just wrote out, I actually have a boards meeting tonight. I'm gonna put you down to explain this because my arm hurts. All right, so essentially what happens at, I think most medical schools, or at least at mine, is that the club groups switch over their executive board in the late winter, early springtime, so like around February, March, although this year we did it a little bit earlier just to account for the fact that virtual activities have really messed up a lot of the clubs. So we wanted to transition a little earlier so that the M1s who are taking over the positions have plenty of time to ask us questions and figure things out before we go totally off the grid for board studying. So I am president of the dermatology club and I'm vice president of the acapella group on campus. So that's a lot of transitioning to do, and we're having a meeting tonight. So I just wrote out things that I want to talk about at the meeting. The e-board members already kind of know what their roles are going to be, and I personally wrote up like a really long document of things to expect from the president and just like helpful tips that I found throughout the year. But there are a couple things that we need to address. So I have that meeting tonight, so I wrote up a little itinerary for that meeting. Hopefully it will be very smooth, and like I said, we're around, so if the new e-boards have any questions, because it can be jarring to just jump into a new executive position and not know what the heck to do. We have plenty of resources for them, and we're also available for them. If I'm taking a look at my to-do list, another thing that I need to do today, or at least before Friday, is rank the different rotations that I want to do in the order that I would like to do them at next year. So I'm probably going to create like first draft of that based on what some of the third years recommended and kind of see if that's really what I want to do, and maybe sit on it for a day and then submit it. It has to be submitted on Friday, I think at noon, or 8 a.m., something like that. So I'll probably submit tomorrow night. So that's what I'm gonna work on next, having a decently productive day. I do have 1,300 note cards. I'm gonna bring my iPad with me when I go get my COVID shot, just in case I have to wait for a little bit, and I'll do some note cards on my iPad, but hopefully I can get a lot of them done today. We have 3 lectures, but one of them is 2 hours. So basically 4 hours of lecture to do today, in addition to reviewing anything boards related from the lectures we had yesterday, which were local anesthetics and neurolytics and Parkinson's drugs, so a lot of pharmacology. And I have 45 UWorld questions to do because I only did 15 yesterday, so the other 15 rolled over to today on top of today's 30. I don't know if I'm gonna get them done, but I'm gonna try and do some. It's not a big deal if they kind of like roll over because I can really tackle them on the weekends. But another thing that I've been doing is one of my friends and I have been, we just for this last quiz met up and went through all of the scribe notes together. So that's another thing I want to do this weekend. So I don't want to totally overload myself because we do have some things coming up. Maintaining a productive schedule is so hard, guys. Not productive. Maintaining like a balanced schedule is so difficult. It's probably about time that I get started on the ranking and the Anki cards. So cue sped up footage. Look at all these weird, teeny tiny little snowflakes. That's so strange. It's like, it's coming down, but the sun is out, and the snowflakes are this small and do not... Oh, is it hail? Is that why? It's probably tiny hails. Huh. Okay, anyway, I need to make myself a lunch, so we're gonna do that. Hey guys, so I just finished my ethics session. It was actually like they put ethics and biostatistics together, so we had a live session today that we participated in. So we talked a lot about just like some very basic statistics that are going to be on the USMLE, and I was a little bit familiar with them, like I said, because I had gotten questions on them before and kind of learned them from UWorld. So now I'm going to take a quick, probably 30-minute break, just chill for a little bit, and then work on note cards because I did finish my lectures earlier. So we're moving right along today. I have to leave for my vaccine around like 4:45, and it's 3:35 right now. All right guys, so I'm about ready to head out. I'm gonna stop by the mail first to see if I have any packages. I feel really lucky and very excited to be able to take the COVID vaccine at all. I know that depending on who you are, your eligibility might not come until the summer, and to you I say thank you so much for staying strong and social distancing and wearing masks and just being responsible in general. And definitely check out the plans for each individual state. Each state has their own different plan of how to roll out the COVID vaccines. Just look in your area and see when and where you can get the vaccine, and hopefully within a few months most people will be vaccinated and everything will be all good. So yeah, let's do it. I also don't think I'm gonna vlog all of tomorrow, but I might just pop in here and there to tell you about symptoms. I'm expecting some arm pain, which is silly because I vlog with my left arm, so this is gonna be difficult. But I'll keep you updated on the kinds of symptoms that I have. I don't usually react to vaccines at all. Like even the flu vaccine, sometimes people feel a little crummy. I've never had that before, so I guess we'll see. Hello friends! So I just got back from getting the vaccine. It did not hurt at all. The person who gave me my vaccination was amazing, and they were teaching me how to do it so that it doesn't hurt people, just in case I have to give a shot to someone in the future, which was kind of fun. My arm doesn't hurt yet, but I'm expecting that will probably come tomorrow, so I'm just having a little dinner and getting ready for our derm transition meeting, so all in all, a good day. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it from me tonight. We did a lot of productive things today. We got some lectures watched, we did some note cards, I had 2 meetings, and I got my vaccine. So yeah, I have nothing else to show. I'll keep you guys updated if I have any symptoms or anything. So I'll input that footage here. Alright, so good morning guys, it's the next morning. Definitely had some like chills or something last night, but actually the worst part of it was I roll around in my sleep a lot, and so I would roll onto my shoulder and it would like jolt me awake. So I woke up like at 1 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep until 3 a.m. but I did still get a full 8 hours of sleep just because I let myself sleep in this morning. I know that some people have been having a lot of fatigue with this vaccine, so I want to make sure that I'm sleeping a lot and getting a lot of rest. This morning I woke up with a pretty bad headache, but I wasn't really sure if that was from the vaccine or if that was from my lack of caffeine. So I took a couple ibuprofen and the headache has gone away now. My arm soreness was definitely the worst last night around like midnight, and it felt a lot better this morning. I could kind of move it around a little. I'm not sure if just like laying down is a hard position for it to be in, but I have OMM lab later today, so I have no idea how I'm gonna move my partner around without excruciating pain, because I thought that people were exaggerating, but the arm pain is really, really aggressive. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on if I have any other symptoms throughout the day. It's about 2 o'clock. I've gotten through my first 2-hour lecture of the day, so I'm moving on to the second 2-hour lecture. I have to leave for OMM lab in about an hour and a half, and I'm just feeling kind of tired, and I don't know if that's from like the immune response from the vaccine or if that's just from the fact that I didn't get a lot of good sleep last night. I got a lot of interrupted sleep, and that's not ideal. So it's either one of those two things. I'm just trying to stay awake and drink some water to keep me awake. I did throw some lentil stew, so that way I'll have stew in the slow cooker when I come back, and I can just make some rice and have dinner. That's where I'm at. Okay guys, I think this is gonna be my last check-in for this vlog. in terms of my symptoms from the COVID-19 vaccine. Today is day 2 after the vaccination, so I got it Wednesday evening. It's Friday morning. And this is my last update because I basically feel completely back to normal, other than being like a little fatigued yesterday. So I ended up sleeping in really late today until like 8 o'clock or 8:15. And my arm is still slightly sore, but kind of more like the soreness of a regular shot. So yeah, I'm gonna start my work for the day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my COVID-19 Moderna vaccination symptom list. Okay, back to old Ariella. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're interested in following me along through more of my med school experience, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!